Sup nerds! Welcome to Gay Nerd Pun. I have decided to do another unboxing video because this just arrived and it's an ominous package from Amazon. I'm very excited because inside is the man without fear. Well, a little version of the man without fear. If my t-shirt did not tip you off, I'm going to be unboxing the new 12th scale. 12th scale or 12 scale? Well, I think when it's 6th scale, it's with a TH. 12th scale figure from Mezco of Daredevil. Oh, I love that sound. It's like Christmas. Alright, so we can already see the little DD logo here. Ooh, I just got really excited. So you can see it's called the 112 Collective. I guess that's the line name from Mezco. Actually, let me just get rid of this plastic first. I just ordered the classic version. They've, released probably, 3 other variants already? But I think that the way the red suit looked on him, the classic one, that's kind of the way to go. If you're gonna do it, stick with the classics. Or don't, I don't care. Ooh, this is so nice. So we've got the DD logo, which has a nice little sheen on it. This is a really nice display box. I have to say, I wasn't expecting for a standard action figure size that they would make it look like a mini 6th scale figure, but it looks like that's kind of their intention with this. So as you can see on the back here, we've got Daredevil showing off in a variety of poses. Let's slide him on out. Oh, looks exactly the same. And it's the same on the back. That seems a little redundant. So we've got a flip magnet case here to open him up. And let's take a look inside. Ooh. Okay, 2 observations right off the bat. Gorgeous inlay artwork here. Also, he looks even smaller than I was expecting. And that's not a bad thing. It's a 12th scale figure. It's an action figure that just happens to be highly crafted and detailed. But this is looking really promising, so let's just pop this sucker open. Okay, well, I already bent up the box. I'm the worst collector ever. It's like Christmas morning and I just want to rip everything open. Alright, let's dish some of this plastic casing. More superfluous material. And we are in business. I don't want to tilt him too far forward because it looks like none of those accessories are taped in. So for now, just get a good look like this. He looks really good. This is really awesome. Okay, so a quick breakdown of some of these accessories. He's got his full face mask. He's got his damaged face mask alternate head. And then he's got just his standard face. 2 sets of his fighting sticks, which I can't remember the names of. Batons? Do we call them batons? And that's 5 different sets of hands, so a total of 10 hands. Basic math is fun. No idea what this is, so we're gonna figure that out in just a moment here. Oh my goodness! The feeling of him in my hands is just so great. If I had a nickel for every time I've said that. His whole body is sewn into the costume, and I think a lot of the problems I have with cloth costumes on action figures as opposed to dolls is they always end up being bulky. This, it hugs him like a dream. Just take a look. Look, he's got a little crotch there. Of course, that's where my eye's drawn. We've got this great combination of pleathery, sort of shiny material that lines the outside, and that's the same that runs over his chest and his back, and then a more stretchy cloth that is on his inner thighs and on the sides of his suit here. The head is all plastic, obviously, because they are interchangeable. Nice little articulation in the feet. Fantastic. He's got great little slot for his batons. I'm just going to call them batons. Wait, there's a little fleck on them that I want to get rid of. That's a sign of a good toy if I see like a blemish that I immediately have to take care of. He looks fucking great. I'm more excited about this than I was excited about the Deadpool. Sorry, that's... wow. In terms of the cloth costume being inhibiting, it looks like it's only when it comes to arm range of motion. Just trying to get his arms all the way up, and that's not really possible because of those shoulder pads. I don't even think it's because of the cloth. I think it's those shoulder pieces. We've got a great little stand. Nothing crazy, but honestly, I don't need a fancy stand at all. It serves its purpose. Now I see why there are 2 sets of his batons. You know what? I'm gonna Google this. I don't want to upset anyone if I'm saying the wrong name. Okay, they're called billy clubs. So there's 1 set of billy clubs, which are just on their own here. And then, this is awesome, 1 set of billy clubs that is connected with the little, with its wire. So like in the comics, when you see him toss something and he swings from stuff, he's got that kind of rope connection, but this is wire so that you can actually like mold it so it can, in theory, hold a pose. As you can see, the billy clubs themselves are considerably heavier than the wire, so you're not going to have a crazy range of motion, but still, that's pretty rad. Don't worry, I will meticulously go over this wire later tonight and make sure that it's perfectly straight and get all those kinks out. Hey no! Alright, let's play with some of the hands and faces. So first off, we have the Matt Murdock face, which has just complete white eyes. I think if I get closer, it's going to start getting kind of blurry, but hopefully you can tell that he doesn't have any pupils, which I guess is because he's blind, so that was their decision for that. That may be something from the comics that I'm not aware of. That's fair. Oh, the head comes off nice and easily. There is no struggle with that. It's not stressful where you're pulling it off and second guessing if you're supposed to be pulling it off. You can see it's just a little ball joint, and that ball joint is already has like a nice range of motion. Okay, so it was easy to pop off, less easy to pop on. I think it might just kind of sit there. It didn't lock into place, but that's what he looks like without the mask. Okay, this is my fucking fave face. So we've got the greatness of the mask, but then this awesome, it's a broken up piece of mask, so it's a battle damaged version. And you can see that he's got like heavy bruising. He's got a great expression on his face, this like great grimace. There's even a little scratch right under the eye. I hope you can catch that detail. I need to upgrade my camera system. And by that, I mean use something other than my iPhone. All right, let's pop this one on though. Oddly enough, that one I actually felt it kind of sink into place. It's not like a real click, but that's great. And he looks so fucking awesome. Is that all you got? Let's switch out some hands and give him some accessories. I'm not gonna go over every pair of hands, but just a quick rundown here. The pair that he has out of the box are just closed fists. Then we have 5 variations of open hands. So the first one is a very loose open hand that looks like it can grip the accessories, but with the fingers kind of open. The other is a tighter fist, but with holes in it so it can hold onto stuff. And then we have some expressive hands that look like for fighting stances. He's got like the 2 fingers up, one here, fingers out and straight. And then I really like these. They just look like grabby claw hands. Like, rawr. So I'm gonna give him an accessory holding hand and then one of the grabby claw hands because it's really sassy. Let's see how this comes off. Nice and easy once again. It's a teeny tiny little ball joint. So unlike the head that has a rounded kind of joint, this one only kind of moves up or down. Pop. I'm so sorry, I'll never make that noise again. There we go. Okay, now I'll never make that noise again. Let's pop this billy club in. He's got a really tight hole. Anyway. Okay, so like... It's sort of an action shot. Unfortunately, the wire is not as sturdy as I would love it to be, so if you were like really banking on full kind of range of expression with this weapon, you can see it's not exactly that. But you know what? It works for me. Okay, so I just found more stuff in the back of the packaging, and how brilliant is this? Mezco has handily included a 112 Collective labeled Ziploc bag for all of your accessories. I've never seen anything included like that in any of the 6th scale figures that I have, and certainly not in any kind of action figures, so this is very smart of them. This kind of tells me that this is actually made by collector fans who like playing with their toys and taking them out of the package, as opposed to just like collectors who keep everything on the shelf. And we've got some assistance for creating dynamic poses to display him with. And I'll bet that's maybe what that red piece is for. Okay, so there's that. Now I just need to figure out how to attach this. Dear Mezco, how the fuck do you put this on? You know what? I have the sneaking suspicion that I have to remove this piece. It looks like it's a stand for when you just want to stand the figure directly onto this. Ow. So after a brief Google detour, I have found that other people have had the same complaint, that Mezco should probably include some small instructions on how to properly situate the stand. But luckily, my assumptions were confirmed. You do pop that out. It's best to pop that out just by pressing down on a hard base, probably, because I couldn't get it with my thumbs. So you pop the foot peg out, you plug this guy in. Another great detail, though, about this stand is all the joints of this have Phillips screwdrivers in them, so once you find one that you like, you can tighten it to make sure that he stays in the same spot. I'll forgive you this time, Mezco. Gosh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I just figured it out. This is his radar sense. So it actually attaches to the backing stand. This little piece latches on to the piece that's right behind his waist. The radar sense pops in right there. And then just like that, when you turn him around, he's backed up by his radar sense. That's awesome. I sense danger. But I would put him in some kind of pose like this. I mean, look at how dynamic that is. That's really awesome. I mean, imagine having this guy on your desk. Get back to work. All in all, this has completely exceeded my expectations. I would rather start collecting high-end 12th scale figures than 6th scale, because Mezco has just proven that size does not mean that you have to skimp on quality and detail. And it seems that you can kind of have a more durable figure at this size, so you can get a better range of motion than a lot of those 6th scale figures. Way to go, Mezco. This is my favorite figure of the year, easily. I know that a lot of you have had your eye on this figure or one of the variants that they've put out, so hit me up in the comments or on Instagram or Twitter at GayNerdPun and let me know if you think you're going to actually pick this one up. Or if you already got yours, I want to know what you think and what you've found, if you've like come up with any tips on posing him or maybe getting around that limited mobility. Okay, I'm going to go play with action figures now. Bye. Say goodbye, Daredevil.
Goodbye, Daredevil.
Until next time, insert gay nerd pun here.